You walk into a public restroom, you find an open stall, you close the door, sit down, and immediately notice that anyone walking by can see your feet, your shoes, your pants bunched around your ankles. You're in one of the most private moments of your day, and there's a 12-inch gap broadcasting your presence to the entire room. It feels like a design flaw, an oversight, something that should have been fixed decades ago. But that gap isn't a mistake. It's completely intentional, and the reasons behind it trace back over a century to one of the most famous architects in American history. Today we're looking at why bathroom stalls are designed to show your feet, right here on The Small Things. In 1904, Frank Lloyd Wright was designing the Larkin Administration Building in Buffalo, New York. It was a revolutionary office building, one of the first to feature air conditioning, built-in furniture, and dozens of other innovations that would shape commercial architecture for the next 100 years. But one of Wright's most lasting contributions had nothing to do with grand atriums or sweeping facades. It was the bathroom. Wright invented the wall-mounted toilet. Before this, toilets sat directly on the floor, their bases creating impossible-to-clean crevices where grime and bacteria accumulated. Wright suspended the bowls from the wall and hung the stool partitions from the ceiling, leaving a clear gap at the bottom. Suddenly, a janitor could run a mop straight across the entire floor without obstacles. It was elegant, it was hygienic, and it became the standard for commercial construction across America. That gap at the bottom exists, first and foremost, because it makes cleaning dramatically easier. Public restrooms get heavy use. They need to be mopped multiple times a day. Many commercial bathroom floors are designed to slope toward a central drain, so the entire room can be hosed down. If the partition doors extended to the floor, they'd block drainage, trap water, and make thorough cleaning nearly impossible. The gap lets water flow freely. It lets mops reach every corner. It keeps the space sanitary in ways a fully enclosed stall never could. But cleaning isn't the only reason. The visible feet serve as a crude but effective occupancy indicator. Instead of pushing on every door or knocking awkwardly, you can glance at the gap and instantly know which stalls are taken. It keeps lines moving. It reduces those uncomfortable moments where someone rattles a locked door while you're inside. In a busy airport or stadium restroom with a dozen stalls, that quick visual scan saves everyone time. Then there's the matter of safety. If someone collapses inside a fully enclosed stall, it might be hours before anyone notices. The gap provides visibility. If a person loses consciousness, falls off the seat, or shows signs of a medical emergency, someone outside can see immediately. First responders can reach under the partition and pull the person out without having to break down the door. It sounds dramatic, but in public spaces with heavy traffic, this happens more often than you'd think. The gap also discourages behavior that building managers would rather not deal with. Drug use, vandalism, activities that people would only attempt if they felt completely hidden. The partial visibility doesn't eliminate these problems, but it makes people think twice. If someone can see your feet, they might notice you've been in there too long. They might notice something suspicious. The discomfort you feel in that stall, that's partly the point. It's designed to encourage you to finish your business and leave, not to linger. Air circulation plays a role too. A fully enclosed stall would trap odors in ways that make the experience worse for everyone. The gaps at the top and bottom allow air to flow, ventilating the space and helping smells dissipate faster. It's not glamorous, but it's practical. And finally, there's cost. Partitions that don't reach the floor or ceiling require less material. They don't need to be custom fitted to uneven floors or varying ceiling heights. They're cheaper to manufacture, easier to install, and simpler to replace. In a country where millions of commercial bathrooms need partitions, those savings add up fast. If you've traveled to Europe, you might have noticed that their bathroom stalls often extend much closer to the floor and ceiling. The gaps are smaller, the privacy is greater. This isn't because Europeans figured out something Americans didn't. It's a cultural difference in how much privacy people expect in public spaces and how much building owners are willing to pay for it. American commercial construction has historically prioritized efficiency and cost over comfort. So the next time you're sitting in a stall, staring at that gap, feeling exposed, you'll know it's not an accident. It's a Frank Lloyd Wright innovation, a janitor's best friend, A safety feature, a deterrent, and a cost-saving measure all rolled into one awkward design. Your discomfort is a feature, not a bug. I hope you enjoyed this slice of architectural history. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to The Small Things for more stories about the world hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching.